and welcome to another episode of Rate That Full Art Supporter. My name is Stefan Eriksson, and today we're going to be having a look at no other than Xerosic. And I don't know about you. I used to play this card a lot, and I thought it was a very nice card to play in your decks to kind of gain momentum and slow down the pace of the game, or simply just, make you able to execute a strategy you wanted for your deck. But before we get into all the rates that you guys have given this card, let's take a look at what can Xerosic actually do. So let's take a closer look at the card here. So what it essentially did when it was legal, well, it's still legal and expanded, and let's not forget that, but when it was legal and standard at least, you can choose a Pokemon tool or special energy card attached to a Pokemon in play, and it will be, both yours or your opponent's, so it could be either one of your Pokemon or one of your opponents, and simply just discard it. Not lost zoning, not back on top of deck, not back to hand, nothing like that, but actually discarded. This was a very nice thing because you could simply target off special energies on bench Pokemon, you can remove these annoying tool cards, and also there was times where you wanted Xerosic, a Team Flare tool that was attached to one of your Pokemon, that came from your opponent's card. So it's a good way to get rid of everything. I thought it was a really nice card, and I especially played a lot in Control, but not everybody likes Control, and I realized that, but get used to it, I guess. But you know what? You guys have rated a card, but before we get there, let's take a look at what Xerosic is called around the world. And this is the part, the episode where I go like, Xerosic? I'm so bad. I can't know how to know the letters will pronounce in Japanese. I could also write in their, actual signs, but then I have absolutely zero idea how it is. So I've written there in Japanese easy. And at least Portuguese and Brazil, they keep it in Xerosic. I guess French is something like Santin, I don't know, and Sante in Italian. But I do seem that in Spanish it's a cero. It sounds like just a, zero in English. And then we have German with their ceros. And I'm not even gonna try Korean. This is, I'm already sitting here getting all warm. So I'm not gonna sit here and make more of a fool of myself than I've already done so far. So, you know what? Let's get to the rating, and this is where I actually changed up a bit compared to the old episode, so I hope you like this change here, but let's see. So instead of having 4 different things going on at, 4 different moments in time, we're just gonna get everything in the screen at once and simply just get the grand overview, and then present the averages after we just take a closer look at these histograms or bar charts. So in this case here, we see, for instance, for standard, remember, the grading goes from 1 to 5, 1 being bad, 5 being great. So if we look at when it was legal in standard, it had a pretty solid score overall. Nothing lower than 3, so everybody thought this was an okay card to play, at least as a one-off, right? Because it adapted to many situations where indeed you can remove flare tools, you can gain momentum by removing special energy, or so forth. And in expanded, yes, it does get a lower score. Somebody gave it a 1, or a few people gave it a 1, to be honest here. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's your opinion. But you see overall that the average score there should be lower. Well, the mass is more concentrated around 3. And again, this is the common picture we see in expanded, because simply the card pool, is more expanded. And then we go to uniqueness. And this is where the opinions are quite divided. I personally think myself it's a quite unique card. Well, there are cards that does similar things, but each of these effects, individually. Some things remove tools, others energies, and this one is a little, both in one. It is a supporter, so not awesome, but it's still a very good card, I think. And then, of course, we come to the artwork, and, the thing is, normally artwork will always score 4 on average or something like that. We've seen that in almost every episode so far, but I do think we may find one that doesn't score very good in artwork, and Maybe people just don't like a chubby man in a red suit. But who am I to judge, right? So let's go to the actual scores here. Remember, to combine the overall score, we use, a quarter each, so they each weigh equally. So let's put them in. And now we're going to see indeed that the art score did fall below 3.25, which is actually quite low for artwork. And it gives the same for expand and uniqueness, and standard actually the highest score in this case of 363. This here would overall average out at a 319, which is not bad when you think about it. It's above the middle, right? So, you go from 1 to 5, then anything above 3 is, pretty good, right? So you hope. The question is, how is it compared to all the other supporters? So, let's put Xerosic into the row of all the other supporters we have ranked so far. get the overall view here, and Xerosic comes in a nice 10th place. That's not so bad. Snuck right in between Iris and Skylar. Not too bad. Well, a little distance up to Skylar with 340, but just above Iris, right? So it gives a pretty decent supporter, I would say. Not too terrible. Better than Sharon, but, well, so far everything is better than Sharon. But not a Lysander's trump card, not an N, so there's still some way to go, but a pretty solid supporter. And, well, this brings us to the segment of, well, you guessed it, bonus facts. And these are the bonus facts you guys send in, so if you want any bonus facts to be displayed in a future episode, well, don't hesitate to fill out the survey. The survey for the next episodes can be found in the description below of this video. And, well, let's see what we have here. Well, first of all, I put in one myself because, well, it's a top 10 supporter, well, for now. And indeed, stable most decks, good against standard. Well, that was one I didn't know. He actually was planning to make a new team, Team Neo Flare. And, well, it was all, he was all about helping those in need until, well, Lysander became disillusioned with, disillusioned, I can't pronounce anything today. This is going well with the human race and simply wanted to reboot the world. As we know, the plot from, well, that part of the Pokemon series. And, well, a fun thing here for the historical events, he has a reformation. Wow, this is going fantastic. And it refers to Werner von Braun, which is also, from those who know, their Second World War history, or just go look it up. Not going to sit there and talk about Second World War. Not my place, not what I want to do, and not what I teach. So, no. But it is a very nice reference for those who want to look into it. And with that said, that brings us to the final pitch here, which is, well, who's coming up next? And some of you may know, because you know you're a perfect order full of supporters, but this one is going to be nice. That's going to be Archie's Ace in the Hole. And it is going to be fun to say this in German. I'll be looking forward to that. With that said, my name is Stefan Eriksson, and have a good day.